Hello and welcome to The Right Angle. This is a channel for those children who are wanting to be comfortable and good at maths, but right now they're feeling a bit uncertain. We will make you comfortable and good at mathematics for middle schools. Today in this video we are going to put together some more information and know a bit better how to deal with algebraic expressions. The earlier three videos were setting the stage, giving you an idea and an understanding. Here we will look at how to actually deal with these expressions and how to slowly practice more and get better at it. So let's look at a fairly simple expression. Let's take x plus 1. So what is x? X could be anything. It could be number of camels, the weight of a sack of potatoes, the height of a person, could be anything. Doesn't matter. We just don't worry about it. In algebra, x stands for a number which we don't know yet. Just to repeat, normally you use letters like x, y and z for unknown numbers, and you use A, B, C to talk about numbers that are possibly known, but at that point you want to be general. You want to say that any any number for A or B or C will work. And L and N are typically used to mean full numbers, so they won't be 2.3 etc. Again, these are conventions. So let's take a simple expression x plus 1 and another simple expression x minus 1. Now let's see what happens if we add these two expressions. So let's talk about adding. So it will be x plus 1 plus x minus 1. So what happens in algebraic expressions when you add them or subtract them? We'll see that as well. You take what is known as like terms together. That is terms. This is a term. We take terms that are similar, or actually they are of the same type, and add them or subtract them as the case may be. So here there's an x and an x. So x plus x is how many x's? 2 x's. So that's just 2x. And this plus 1 cancels out with that minus 1. There's a plus 1, but then you say minus 1. So they cancel out. So let's just talk about cancelling them out. Okay? So this is actually 2x. Now, if we subtract, it is x plus 1 minus x minus 1. And you do this just like you would do numbers. If you say 3 plus 1 minus, in brackets, 3 minus 1. You can think of it that way. When you open the brackets, this becomes x plus 1 minus x plus 1. So in this case, the x cancels out and just 1 plus 1, and that's 2. What about multiplying? That is x plus 1 into x minus 1. And the way that works out is this entire thing needs to multiply this entire thing. So one way to think about it is say that it is x into this thing plus 1 into this thing. So that's x plus 1 into whatever is here. So let's do it that way. You could do it the other way too. But here x plus x into x minus 1 is x into x minus 1. And 1 into x minus 1 is just x minus 1. Minus 1. and this will be x into x. It's not 2x, it's x square. So anything into itself is the square of that number. So 3 into 3 is 9. That is 3 square. It is not 2 into 3. It is not 2 times 3. So this is x square, and it's written like this. X into minus 1 is minus x plus x minus 1. So here these x's cancel out, and you find it is x square minus 1. We will come across this result again where x plus 1 into x minus 1 will equal x square minus 1. This is an important result, but we will get you to remember this in a different lecture. And then when you have this, let's talk about division. So it's simply x plus 1 divided by x minus 1. There is nothing more you can do with this. So it just stays as it is. So this is how you deal with expressions: adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. Maybe we can take a slightly more complicated example. So let's just do that quickly. This is something that we saw a few classes ago. You don't have to remember this. There we just said that x stands for the number of sheep and y stands for the number of cows, but doesn't matter. And let's take another expression. That's one expression, and let's take another expression, which is, let's say, simply x minus y. What happens if you multiply these two? Again, one way to say is it is 3x into this entire thing plus y into this entire thing. So let's do that. So this is equal to 3x into x minus y plus y into x minus y. And so that's 3x into x is 3x square. 3x into y with a minus sign, so it is minus 3xy. See, about like terms, x into y is different from x square. And there you have y into x, which is the same as x into y. It's just like numbers. It's 7 into 4 is same as 4 into 7. So x into y is same as y into x. So plus x into y, and y into minus y is minus y square. Here you see these are like terms. So 3xy, whatever xy is, in this case it does not have a meaning, because if it's sheep and cow, the number of sheep and cow, it doesn't make any sense. But when you do these expressions, when you are given as part of exercise or homework or in a test or exam, when they give questions with just x's and y's, you are not supposed to really worry about the meaning here. There can be meaning, and those problems are a bit different where there is meaning attached to x and y. But here you just deal with it as x and y, and that's it. And here you have 3x square, and it is minus 2xy because minus 3xy plus xy. So let's say xy is something. Xy means, let's say, a mountain. So there are 3 mountains, minus 3 mountains plus 1 mountain. So that's minus 2 mountains. Does it make much sense? Not really. But some of maths seems like that sometimes. Not to worry. So it is minus 2xy minus y square. That's in multiplication. Here I just wanted to tell you about like terms and how they can come together, slightly more complex like terms. So I think that's enough practice for now. You can always pause and go back in the video and see how this is done, just to get your head around this. And as you practice a few more of the problems, and I'll take you through some of them in the next few videos, you'll get comfortable and you'll find it quite easy later on. And that would mean that one big topic, which is algebraic expressions, is dealt with. And that would be very good. You can just learn this in a month or two quite well. So hope you enjoy this, and see you next time. Don't forget to like.